Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thank you very much for watching our video today. We have a very deep-seated sticky earwax for you in the ear canal today. So we have a lot of wax sticking to the eardrum and the ear canal walls. So we're going to have to remove this quite delicately. It's always more difficult to remove sticky earwax because it tends to come away in much smaller pieces. You don't get the large chunks that you do with a hard dry wax. So the first thing we're going to do in this procedure is to try and remove as much of the earwax from the ear canal as we possibly can before we attempt to take any from the centre and the eardrum. The reason we're doing that is if you can free up the ear canal walls and you can pull the wax away from it, sometimes you're able then to get larger chunks that will move more easily down the ear canal rather than getting stuck to this wax on the outer section here. You can see the very sticky nature of this wax. It's pulling away in tiny pieces. We've always got to be a bit more careful when you're using suction with sticky earwax. It tends to block the end of the suction tube. We've got the standard size Zollner tube on here today. So we've cleared down the canal wall. So now we're going to probe this center section here, being very delicate. We know the eardrum is literally just behind this wax, and in some cases that wax is actually physically stuck to the drum. So we're looking to try and just pick off any looser pieces first. Just working our way around the wax, looking for any give there. There, we can just start to see a little bit of movement there in the top right hand corner. So we're just going to pull. There we are. You can just start to see that getting sucked into the machine. Just working a little bit more. You will see the eardrum move at points during this video today. You can see we've got a hold of a little piece there. So we just take that away. The pinky grey colour you can see at the top, that's the eardrum itself. So we can see this is really stuck to this drum. Now wax wouldn't normally form this deep in the ear canal, so I'd imagine this is either following some Q-tip use where they've actually pushed that wax very deeply into the canal, or there was a history with this client of having irrigation or syringing done, and it not really helping with the hearing loss they had. So whether they impacted it during that procedure, it's difficult to tell. We're just lifting some of these softer pieces of wax out of this little dip at the base of the ear canal now. We've still got the standard Zollner tube on for the time being, but I think if we get any closer to this drum, we'll switch over to the finer end. There we go. You can see that eardrum. We've got a central section of the eardrum exposed there now. You just see a little bit of movement there to the eardrum. So we're just going to move across now, work on a slightly different section. Just work more to this right hand side. There we are. I've done two things now. Because of the sticky nature of the wax and the fact it's adhering to the drum, I've put some olive oil in here just to try and loosen it from that drum, make it a little bit more of a pleasant experience for the client. But the other thing I've done is put the finer end on the Zollner tube. Now, because we're working in this bottom section, you could see from the last shot there, we were starting to get a little bit of movement to the eardrum. Now, we've had a chat with the client. They're perfectly happy for us to continue. They're not experiencing any discomfort. So we're going to switch to the finer end so that we can get more delicate suction done. Because we're working in this very small gap at the bottom here, if we'd kept the standard Zollner on, the top leading edge of that tube would have been constantly pressing against that eardrum, which is not going to be the most comfortable of experiences. So we're switching to the narrower and finer gauge here just to be able to get a bit more accurate suction done. We're physically peeling this off the drum. You'll be able to see this section now. It's just coming away. There you go, coming away from the drum itself. There we are. Now with this eardrum, because the wax is so sticky, we're not going to be able to get this completely clear today. The aim for this procedure today is mainly just to give this patient their hearing back, because at the moment they've got very reduced hearing. The sticky wax adhering to the drum, reducing the compliance or reducing the movement of that eardrum there. What we're hoping to do is expose as much of the eardrum as we can, which will then allow that eardrum to vibrate as it should do again. You can see we're just getting grips on some of this deeper seated wax here. There we are. Now, if you do like our videos, then please subscribe. You'll see a subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner there. It doesn't cost anything, and you will get notifications every time that we post a new video. We're just going to work on, you can see the top section of this much drier, harder chunk of wax further away from the eardrum, so we're no risk of touching the eardrum by taking this away. So we can be a little bit, there we are, a little bit rougher with this little bit of wax. There we are, out he comes. You'll see in the section, now you've got a little bit of dry skin that was embedded in the middle of that wax, so we'll take that away now, peel that off the canal wall. There we are, lovely. Just working our way back down the ear canal now. You can see, because the finer end, you can be a little bit more accurate as to where you suction from. So you can see we're taking and stripping a lot of these bits of wax away. Now this piece you can see here is actually on the left hand side, leading around to the top of the eardrum here. So we're still on the canal wall at this point, so we're not actually touching the drum there at all. There we are. It's always a much slower extraction when you're looking at sticky earwax, because you're not going to be pulling these larger chunks out, so you have to take each of these pieces individually. You can see peeling off the skin of the canal, skin of the eardrum there, sorry. Here we are. I'm just going to work on this right hand side. This was the side we started at the very beginning of the video, moving down. You can see we've got a little bit of skin in there. You can see the olive oil just moving around next to it as well. There we are, just clearing as much as we can. There we go. At the start of the video we were saying we were going to use microsuction here rather than a Jobson horn. If we use the Jobson horn, you can see just how much of this wax was stuck to the eardrum. With a Jobson horn, you're going to be going, introducing an instrument, pushing it into that wax. You're going to inadvertently be touching this eardrum, and you could cause a perforation. Yeah. You can see most of this wax is just getting sucked straight into the suction tube here. So you're not going to have a wax shot at the end of this video, because a lot of this has got sucked into the tank at the of the suction unit itself. What we're doing at the moment is trying to lift the wax out from that little gap, lift it, pull it away, lift it, pull it away. There we are. If you do have any questions, or if you have any comments, please feel free to leave them at underneath, and we will answer as many of those as we can for you. So we've cleared the majority of the eardrum here, so the eardrum now is going to be able to vibrate. It's going to be able to pass that sound through much more easily. In fact, the client, after we finish the procedure, we do a hearing test as a standard procedure, and their hearing was perfectly normal, so hearing much better. So the majority of that eardrum there is clear. There is still some wax left in this bottom, this little groove here, but nothing that's causing any problems as far as the hearing is concerned. And it would be quite uncomfortable to remove that last section of wax, so I'm going to leave that there. There we are. So you can see the eardrum there. Well, thank you very much for watching again today. Like I said, any questions, leave them below. And as always, take care, everybody.